Alright, so, hey everyone, Zhonos here. And I have a friend with me, a guardian angel, who's been playing Shadowverse for a while.
Hey, I'm the friend. Hello.
Thank you, thank you. So,
Sorry for... I didn't know you were finishing your intro. You can go ahead if you want.
oh no, that is my intro. You're good, you're good.
Okay, good.
I have a list of things to say at the end of the video though, but the intro is really short. So...
That's cool.
Yeah. So I'm still a noob. I just started playing thanks to my friend here. But, well, they watched me play and it was a bit painful, I'm guessing.
It was entertaining.
Okay, good.
It was entertaining. I'll keep it at that. It was interesting. That's also something I can say about it.
I mean, I make card games, you know, as kind of a side hobby, gig, job thing, sort of rather, for many years. And I've played card games off and on, but I guess, you know, in the interest of being fun and maybe rushing a bit, I think I made a lot of mistakes, like thinking Wrath and Vengeance were the same for a while.
Yeah, you did, but that's kind of expected. Like, I'm not gonna just lie and say that I didn't make similar mistakes at the start as well. So
makes me feel better. Makes me feel better. But
that's expected. It's a big game after all.
Right. I mean, it's the same thing. I imagine Yu-Gi-Oh's actually the same. But if you were to say, okay, let's learn Magic. By the way, I want you to learn everything. We're gonna play Commander, or something like that.
Yeah, that's a bit overwhelming. Yeah, 100 different cards. With Magic's current writing format, yeah.
Right.
That's
yeah.
not gonna end well.
No. Actually, even Hearthstone is pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. When I tried getting into it after a long gap.
Right.
You were saying?
At least though, Hearthstone has a lot more keywords and a lot less text, doesn't it?
I mean, they've had their inflation on that for sure. It definitely has gone up over the years. I wish I'd kept track of it better to give a more thorough statement, but...
Yeah, I haven't checked recently either, so I'm not sure.
But, you know, another game that I really want to play that's too expensive and never goes down in price reasonably on the digital form is Cardfight Vanguard. Or Vanguard Card.
Oh, Vanguard.
Yeah.
I've heard about it.
It's great.
I've played it myself.
I love it. I haven't played. There's like a reboot they did recently. Well, I say recently, like 4 years ago, 5 years ago. But I was playing like the old version, and I had a lot of fun. But I came in at the end of the meta when it was like half dead. But
interesting. Yeah, I'll have to try that as well at some point.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It should go on sale on Steam like by a lot, and then I would actually pick it up because it's really great. But it's like I don't know what it is in USD, maybe 50 or $60 by default.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's like AAA price pretty much.
It's like I'm in Japan and it's like without a sale, I swear it was like 9,000 yen. I was like, no, thank you.
Yeah, which is around $50, isn't it?
So somewhere on there, and it's they actually have a new Vanguard game that came out just like this month or last month or something, and the reviews are terrible, and it's also like 7,000 yen or something without sale. I'm concerned about that one.
Yeah, maybe not worth the price then if the reviews are. Maybe that's what the reviews are about.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, enough about that. I want to hop into.
Yeah.
You were telling me after watching some of the videos that we should take a look at my cards, if I remember correctly. See if I can make a deck.
Yes. Because someone in the videos didn't show all of the cards, so.
Oh, what? I hit
because of the skipping.
I hit skip on accident. I thought it was skipping the animation. All right.
Yeah, the first time it was an accident.
Well, okay. It was a lot of cards. All right. I thought I'd just look at all the cool shiny ones that came out. But
there were a couple of them. I saw you got a couple of animated legendaries, which is interesting.
Yeah, I didn't even know. I mean, I saw the golden text, but I wasn't sure exactly what all that meant. I didn't actually recognize that I had a golden legendary in there.
Your guess was correct, by the way. The ones with golden titles are the ones that are animated and are worth more. Like if you press on one, you can probably see. Yeah, see, it says liquefy for 120 vials, which is basically the dust of this game. If you take the normal one, it's a lot less.
That's a big difference. Nice.
And you can see that it's, unfortunately, unlike Hearthstone, it's not the same exact value. Like this gives you 120 vials, and if you want to craft a normal silver, it's 200. So it's not exactly the same.
Rude.
But it is still a big difference.
Big difference? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, neat.
Unfortunately, while it's not as bad as some other games, the economy of this one is still steep enough that you probably will end up disenchanting most of your golden cards if you want to keep up with the meta.
Wow. I mean, not surprised. Sounds about accurate, especially if you're trying to play for free.
Yeah, but at least from what I've experienced, you can make one deck a month.
Oh, nice.
To actually compete, or at least try to.
Very nice, very nice. So...
Right, so... Oh, by the way, one thing I should mention before we start looking at the cards. You see how your legendary in this page has a ×0+1 instead of just a ×1?
Mm-hmm. Oh, wait. Shall we overtime?
Near the sentry gate, you see there's a legendary?
Yeah. Oh, this is it, legendary, this kind of border?
Yes.
Right.
I know it's very confusable with a silver border because...
Yes.
It's what happens. You'd have to take a close look to tell the difference. It has, I guess, slightly purple shades on the edges of it. That's the difference. But the part I was pointing you towards is the odd yellow number on it.
Yeah, I see that. What's that plus? Right? Yeah.
Okay. That's because you do not own that card. If you remember, you've never... what's the word? You've never found it in a pack, have you?
Right. Probably not.
But these cards, which are mostly old cards, but some of the new ones as well, actually, they are borrowed. So basically, they add them to your collection for free for a limited time.
Huh.
Just to help newbies and stuff, yeah. So you'll see many legendaries have this +1 on it.
It's like a lease.
And you can...
A lease card.
You have on a lease card? Oh, that
lease.
one.
Lease. To lease something is to, like, rent it out.
Oh, right. Yes. Yes, exactly. Pretty much.
Fascinating.
It helps with the steep costs of legendaries and remaining free to play, basically.
How nice.
You can actually get some more cards like that if you play daily quests. We'll get to it in a minute.
Interesting.
Yeah, but first...
Well, yeah, but first? What should we do?
First, we can take a look at your cards, the cards that you did find in the pack.
Or craft, like a noob.
Or craft. Yeah, you never told me what you did craft.
I'm kind
of scared to hear it, but...
Well, I made some things that would fill up my curve and fit my goofy theme of the battle cry in this game, whatever it was called again. Fanfare?
Fanfare, yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. You'll never know. No one will ever need to know.
All right.
So, how should I sort these? What are we doing?
Let's see. On the top right, there should be the filter button. That one, yeah.
Ah.
And you can sort by throwback rotation, as you see, which is pretty much the standard of this game.
Yeah.
Unlimited is what you call it in Hearthstone Wild.
All right.
That stuff. And we can start by taking a look at the legendaries to see what you should be closest to.
And it doesn't include the lease cards, the freebie temporary cards. These are the ones I actually own.
It should technically. Take a look at the filter again. Let me see. Okay, scroll down. Down.
Ah.
Yeah, it should count them. It's just apparently there's none in the current rotation.
That's mean.
So it was just the old cards for starters, huh?
Interesting.
Never noticed. I guess because I had already borrowed more cards. Okay, so you have those. It's a bit unfortunate because I think there's only one that's actually played, which is that Eringal over there.
Oh, the one I'm hovering? This one?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so.
It's an accelerate card. It's probably played in the Forestcraft deck. I'm gonna double check real quick. Nope. Okay. So no, not even that. That's kind of sad.
Well, oh well. Well, the rotation's changing. You said soon, right?
Yes,
next month?
it's in a week. It changes. Yeah, it changes every month.
Okay.
That and usually arena changes as well. The card pool,
Oh.
which I don't know if someone listening has ever played the previous arena, the one that was here from January, but it was so great. At least in my opinion, there were legendaries being flinged about left and right, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I really enjoyed looking at the animations.
Wow.
Show me the gold cards next. Maybe there's something we can do there. You need to click gold.
Let's see.
Let's see. You got one Lorena, that's something. One invasion. Oh.
I have another page.
Yeah, I was about to say, scroll to the next page.
Not much of a page.
Yeah. Only a sweep there that's useful.
Yeah, sweep actually seemed really busted. I'm not gonna lie. I think I mentioned it when I saw it.
There's more busted things. I don't know if that should
I'm sure
that will scare you or not.
I'm sure. I thought it looked really good.
It is really good. It's played as a 2-of in the popular Swordcraft deck. Meta Swordcraft deck, I should say.
Gotcha. All right, well, so nothing good here, sounds like. Not enough.
Yeah, there's like 2 cards. 2 or 3 cards.
Ouch. Should we, I mean, there's this button, but I mean, should we go look at what my options are to get more cards? Although I might save them for next month, but we'll see.
We'll see. Just let me take a look at the silver ones as well, just to make sure.
Oh, sure. Can you build a deck?
You should remove the gold filter, otherwise it shows.
Thought I did.
Both. Okay, there you go.
Thank you.
Okay, what's here? Dramatic Retreat is really strong. Only have one of them.
Ooh.
Yeah, that card is used as a finisher. You might think it's a draw engine. Nope. It's not only a draw engine. It's a combo piece.
Ah, that's really cool. Okay.
Yeah. It enables like 24 damage in a turn decks.
Is it there's a legendary that like every time you pull like something about I think it was Accelerate card, or maybe it was a different card that like every time you replay him, he gets more defense or something weird. There's some like weird cards that do stuff like that.
Yeah, there's some cards, but there's
Swordcraft.
Yeah, there's a certain legendary that does a lot of things as a fanfare, so and it has Storm, so you just play that over and over.
Oh, that's busted.
Yeah, okay. That's the idea. Just like 6 damage a piece, and you just play it 4 times in a turn.
Wow. Okay, so anything good here? Should I go next?
Riven Earth's good. Planar Breach is good. EO, I guess, is decent. Everything else, I've never seen played. You can go on the next page. Here, Methodology is good. Auction the Spoils. You seem to have a lot of Swordcraft cards that are decent, but lack the legendaries, unfortunately.
Dang.
Authoring tomorrow. Go to the next page.
Okay.
Here, just an Enforcer. Although Portalcraft decks are not that great in this meta, as far as I know.
I see. Oop.
But if you would play the thing really great here. Vagabond Lizard was actually great in the previous meta, but we're past that. So
Darn.
it's a cool aggressive card. That's about it. Show me Artistic Arcanist for a sec.
There we go.
Yes. Okay, no, it's...
Oh, wrong card? Darn.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yes. See the last page, if there's something. Okay, set. Good. Radiant Feather Folk as well. That's about it.
Darn.
Okay.
So, what should we do?
You seem to be closest to the Swordcraft deck, but you still lack a lot of cards. So, I mean, I could send you a list that you could see for yourself, but I don't advise that you try to go for it.
Gotcha.
You should probably just wait out the week and then see if next meta, the next meta is better. Basically.
So what's this button do? Is this extra cards more than you can fit in a deck get turned to files?
Yes, actually there's two modes for that. There's the extra cards, which you can see it should be named duplicates or something. If I duplicate, try to click it.
Ah, extras.
Yeah, see it says extras over there. And then there's selected cards that opens up a window where you can just manually put cards to liquefy. In case you don't want, to just go through every single card, click them, and then click liquefy, and then go over, You can just drag them all and do it at once.
Fascinating. So, because I know in Hearthstone there was a big button, and I remember one of the big streamers, I think it was Kriparian, never touched it.
Yes.
And then one day he pressed the button.
And just crashed the whole thing.
Yes.
For that.
Yeah. Okay, so tell me, I'm probably going to wait for next month, it seems like, but what should I do about getting cards?
So, you've had the right idea at first about going through the story, because let me tell you right now, the story has a lot of rewards hidden in it. I thought it was just the first chapter, but no, it's pretty much in all chapters, apart from the very last ones. I think those have one reward every 5 chapters, but the early ones, like these ones, the Morning Star has 1 reward every battle you do.
Right.
Just like every chapter.
Yeah.
And then second and third chapters have a bit less, but it's still a lot.
Okay.
Still a lot of gold you can get. Also, you might notice in the achievement page, which is on your home tab, if you wanna take a look at it. If you go to the mission,
Missions
over
okay.
there.
There's
Achievements, yes. And if you scroll down, apart from all these ranked rewards, there is... Yeah, that's a title, but... scroll up a bit. Yeah, see these? Defeat Ares, defeat Urias, Luna on Elite 3.
Huh.
All of the Elite difficulties give you at least 100 gold, which is a pack. So
nice.
Once you can make a custom deck, I don't know if your current one is strong enough to work, but
no.
It could be.
No way.
But basically, once you make a deck, see all these Elite difficulties, I think there's one on Expert as well, you can just battle the bots on the practice mode at that difficulty, and you get a lot of gold for that.
Nice.
That's also a good starting point for gathering resources.
Okay. Yeah, and get levels. Okay, that's not a lot though, but...
Yeah, that's only... Those will be gold for I think the first 10 or 15 levels or so. Yeah. And then it would just be titles or animated cards that you won't really use, unfortunately.
Okay.
There is something at least.
I will gotta take a detour. No. Where's my terrible deck? Where can I see it? Decks?
I imagine it's on throwback rotation.
No.
Okay,
no.
No, then it's on unlimited. It's unlimited, probably. Ah, there it is.
Look, it's got a good curve. It
does. Curve is good.
I guess edit's the easiest, right?
I
Or
don't
it's
know.
preview. What's the easiest way to look at it?
Preview, so you can click on the cards if you just want to look at it. If you want to change it, then you look at it.
So here it is. So
There's a default goblin in there, just a 1-2 vanilla.
I had to fill space. I had no cards. This was before I opened those 46 ticket
Yeah,
packs
fair.
or whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
some of these were crafted. I'm not going to tell you which.
Fair.
I think the goal was to utilize fanfare, and it was this. I was like, if I ever get Loki, everything's gonna have fanfare, so I could get something
the
really
idea
good.
behind it. You'd probably need some sort of tutor for Loki. Otherwise,
Yes,
if it's
I
a
do.
one-off, you're not gonna see it very often, unfortunately.
No, it was terrible.
Also, I am not sure why this deck is Runecraft, but I imagine there's some cool fanfares in there.
Because I was playing the story, and this the next person wanted to play.
Oh, okay, fair.
There's no
That's
reason.
also-
There's no reason.
That's
So,
also a good reason, yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you who I created, but there's no legendaries. Don't worry, I didn't have enough dust or whatever files. I think I only had like
that's
several hundred, but I think
that's
that's
a
it.
lot of buyers. Yeah, that's way far off for a legendary.
Yeah. So I think I almost lost. I mean, you would have seen it in one of the videos. I did play this in one of the videos.
Yeah.
It was not
I
good.
think you won because the opponent misplayed. I think. I
It
don't
was
know
the
if they missed
story.
lethal, but it was close.
It was
Yeah.
the story too. So anyway, that's a bad deck. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, probably.
So
Well, I mean, it has vanillas. Of course, it's bad, right?
yes, vanillas could be good. I had some cards that worked with like neutrals. Although I don't think it's what a vanilla is really. Vanilla's no text, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I could see Loki himself being decent when it's in rotation, so that could become relevant one day, but I don't know what the next rotation is gonna be. By the way, you see when it says throwback rotation, the two keywords at the bottom,
Yeah.
those tell you the start and the end of the rotation, so like the first expansion and the last.
Okay.
Which is useful because if you want to see which cards in your collection you do have of those, you have to go to
Right.
cards and then
Yeah, there was a
highlight. Yeah.
down
So
here.
if you go to cards, yeah, those are all the sets. So
Where's
I'm
fortune?
going to actually... Yeah, Fortune, and then up to Renascent. So yeah, those 5, exactly. So
Interesting.
here you can see, without even clicking the format, you can see all of the cards that those expansions have.
Although I
This
could
would
click
be
this.
useful in Arena, by the way, because you can't click the Arena format.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So if you go on Arena, there is a similar keyword. Yeah, click challenge. Yeah, see, it
Uprooted
says
Eternal.
Carpool, take 2, Uprooted Eternal. Yeah. Which, if you're building a deck for the current rotation, you can just click the format, but in Arena, you can't do that. So you need to, if you want to take a look at the card pool, because for some reason that button doesn't work anymore in this format.
Gotcha.
You just need to manually go to your collection and take a look at the expansions there.
Got it. All right, so
Yeah.
what should I do for getting cards? Shop? Has to be shop.
Yes. Go to home first. I wanna show you something.
Yeah, what?
Missions again.
Okay.
So you see how there's a daily mission that unfortunately you can't complete with the story, but you just need to win 3 matches per day and it gives you gems.
Mhm.
This currency that you've never seen
Yes.
your client so far.
Yes.
That is the main way to get legendaries, because otherwise they're really expensive. They cost a lot of vials to craft.
Oh, interesting.
And if you wanna just open them, it's a bit unreliable. I think they've boosted the chance, but still, there's a lot of legendaries in each expansion, so it's not really the
Okay.
most reliable way.
I
So
see.
if you go to the shop, Buy cards is where you usually would buy packs. Like, there's the top tab for packs. If you go to trade temporary cards, though, at the bottom,
let's see.
you
Down
can
here?
see. No, go back.
Oh, back. Oh, here.
There. Yeah, exactly. There. So if you go there, see, it even tells you. You can just use the gems to trade for temporary legendaries, which is the same +1 that we've seen earlier for older cards.
I see.
You can choose from any legendary in the current rotation, like you can change classes at the bottom, and you can get whichever one you need. Keep in mind that you can only get 1 copy of each, but it's still pretty helpful.
That seems like a lot, given the mission was like a couple hundred? Was it even that?
400 a day,
okay.
Which is... What is it, about a week? Get one?
A week and a couple days.
Like 9 days. 9 days.
Yeah. For temporary, that seems a bit rough, but I guess if you saved up, if you just got it naturally.
It's not temporary through a rotation. It's temporary. I still haven't got mine deleted, so I imagine it's temporary for a long time.
Okay, interesting. All right.
Yeah, that kind of helps.
So definitely do that with a daily, and then what should I do for
If
packs?
you want legendaries, there's that. For packs, there's a tab that you can't see here, which is the throwback rotation packs.
Yeah.
Which you only see it if you have the tickets that you used.
In
your last video, yeah. And those you mainly get through Arena. So obviously the best way to, well, I should say the way that spends the least resources is to just play arenas, get tickets, and then get the cards through that.
Right.
Otherwise, you can look at the collection, and don't go there right now, but if you look at the collection, there is a way to tell which expansion a certain card is from.
Mm-hmm.
So you do that, and then you start opening packs of that expansion. So if there's something you need here from Renaissance Chronicles, then you just start spending gold on those packs.
Got it.
And those card pack points up there, I've never used them because it takes a lot of points, but if you get all the way up to, I think it's 400,
yeah,
you can probably get an actual legendary as well in tradables there. Yeah, see, it shows you all the legendaries in the expansion. I've never reached up that high, but
it's a pity system.
I also,
is what it is,
yeah,
right?
pretty much. Yes. Although I've never seen it come actually into play, but it is there. Kind of nice to have it. It feels for 1 point for each pack, so
400 packs.
Yeah.
Woo.
That's why it's never happened to me yet.
That's wild. Well, I guess it really is pity. Like, man, you should have gotten 2 by now. Here, you can get 1.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it.
Probably even more than 2. But what is nice though is you see near the title of the expansion when it says leader cards have increased draw rates.
Yeah.
I am not sure how long that's gonna last, but the leader cards, well, first of all, they're legendaries, and they're not just legendaries, but if you click at the image beneath the title, it should show you... Yeah, there you go. Basically, if you get these legendaries that are listed here, which are 3 for these expansions, you actually get the leader skin for free.
Oh.
And the icon and the card back. So that is nice, at least. I've got a lot of leaders that way.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. So that's kind of cool.
Nice. So, anything I should watch out for cards, or does that wrap it up for now?
No, I think that's it.
Cool. Anything else you want to cover, or should we draft that arena?
I can explain the cup that's going on right now if you want.
Yes, explain that.
Yeah, so if you click the Grand Prix button, it should give you some general... Yeah, there we go, the general instructions. Basically, you see those 2 cards over there?
Yes.
This is an event which is arena-like, so you have 5 matches to play every time you join in, and it costs 150 gold to join, just like the arena. And regardless from which class you pick, you get a deck, like it says at the bottom, that is made up of only 35 cards, including Gleaming Gems and Radiant Crystals, which are the 2 cards you see there.
Yeah.
So Gleaming Gems, normally just you pay 2 mana, you draw 2 cards, which is not that bad, but not the main reason for them. The main way you're gonna use them is that you fuse them with other Gleaming Gems, and you can only fuse them all at once. So you need a minimum of 2 in hand, and then you fuse them all once you activate it.
Okay. Which
I know might be already a bit confusing to you because I remember fusion being one of the mechanics you understand less.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
It's if it helps, it's similar to old chain table polymerization from Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, remember when you were like, we didn't know that polymerization existed, and you were like, just I discard these 2 cards and fuse them together to summon whatever big guy I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. So you just fuse some cards to either change a card or power it up. In this case, you fuse all of the Gleaming Gems and you get random cards from your class, the one that you're playing, for each gem that you fused, including the one that started the whole chain.
Okay.
So you fuse 4 gems, you get 4 cards.
Interesting.
And the Radiant Crystals is basically for rerolls. So you get some cards you like, you can play them. The Radiant Crystal you can fuse with non-Gleaming Gem cards, so the cards you did get from the gems, ones you don't like, and it basically gives you other random cards, so it rerolls them, pretty much. And the Radiant Crystal itself will give you another random card, which is always a legendary.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, does your hand ever get full of Radiant Crystals?
If it does, you can fuse Radiant Crystals into Radiant Crystals. Because I said non-Gleaming Gem cards, remember? You can fuse Radiant Crystals as well.
So, do these cost 2 and 4 to play to fuse, or was fuse free itself?
No, fuse is free. Fuse is always free.
Okay.
Probably fuse is you can use them once per turn. So if you're dying too fast, you might get stuck with a bunch of Radiant Crystals that you can't really use.
I see.
Or at least you end up... Yeah, you can't fuse more than once. So you can't reroll more than once each turn.
But the Gleaming Gem would give you a full hand of stuff. If you use the one fuse that turn. Okay, I think I get it.
Although if you end up drawing more Gleaming Gems after you fused, you need to wait till next turn.
Sure. Yeah.
You can only use one of each fusion, basically. So that's the idea of it.
The fuse effect is free to use, and if you fuse, on fusing, you get to draw 2 after you fused all your stuff?
No. The draw 2 is when you play the card, not when you fuse.
Okay. Does Radiant do something when you play it?
Yes, it draws up to 8 cards.
Oh my gosh. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's 4 mana, so...
Maybe about fair. Okay.
It's basically insurance so you don't ever run out of cards. Because apparently running out of cards is boring for games, which I can agree.
So, this is like Hearthstone's Tavern Brawl, where like everything was a discover card or something. there were some of those like that.
Sort of.
Except it's not quite as free. You don't get to pick.
Well, at least you get rerolls.
Yes.
From what little skills that might be behind it, that's when you can see, when you can express it, right? Because the way you use Radiant Crystals is probably what makes or breaks the game.
Okay. Got it.
Other than the RNG.
So
that's gonna be there.
By the way, I never ran into this. What if you run out of cards in your deck? Do you die?
Yes.
Okay. Insta dead, like draw and there's no card, like Magic?
Yes, basically the flavorful way the game puts it is there's a Reaper card at the bottom of your deck as the 41st card if you're playing the normal deck. And when you draw that, you just instantly die, so yes.
Okay.
When you draw from an empty deck, you lose the game.
Is there any card effect that prevents death from Reaper?
Yes.
I thought
There's
so.
two legendaries.
Of course
yes,
there are.
of course.
Of course. All right, cool.
There's one that makes you only take like fatigue-ish damage, so you can last a few more turns.
Yeah.
And then there's one that actually makes you win the game. So
Oh,
can get pretty wild.
I
It's
like that
draftable in
card.
arena, by the way, so
Oh,
you get lucky.
I don't know if I can last that long. Although some of my arenas were pretty long. I'm not gonna lie. I was hitting 9 mana, several of them. Those were nightmare. You saw me praying
Yes.
for a noob like me, please.
Well, I remember that. It was after you ran into that Ares with the constructed deck. That was.
I didn't know it was that
Man.
bad. I thought I was bad, or just Eris was busted, and my guy was bad. Is what I thought.
No, Ares. Okay. I would show you by sharing my screen normally, but I can just send you a list if you want. But basically, you want me to send you the list?
Just tell me, is Eris top tier and was Urias bottom tier? That's all I gotta know. You don't have to ruin the rest for me just yet.
I was just gonna say that I don't think it's Ares specifically that's the problem. I haven't played enough arena to know the whole meta yet.
Yeah.
But basically, there's a deck, the control deck in the current meta that plays Ares. It's Saving Craft, and it has a lot of healing and a lot of removal stuff, but mostly healing because you wanna play around Holy Sanctuary, which is the amulet that your opponent played like on turn 4 or something.
Yeah.
You just casually had it there, which also plays the 5 mana priest, because after you play her, you heal 1 HP at the end of every turn. And apparently they had that as well.
It was bad. I mean, I played an Eris before, and it was a hard battle, and I'm pretty sure I lost that one. But yes, that one felt like, oh my gosh, what is going on?
They even had the board clears that make the control deck.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
Okay, I feel less
Gods
bad
were
losing.
stacked against you.
And that person had to have lost similar to how much I lost, because
That's
was
the real mystery. Like, how
one
did they
win,
lose 2 games to that deck?
1 win, 3 losses. 1 win, 3 losses. I met this deck.
Did they just not draw the Sanctuary? That's the only way I can think of.
I don't know. Well, so, okay. Is this all I need to know for this mode? And then we can jump in arena?
Yes. Well, if you want a few tricks.
Yeah.
The fact that the Radiant Crystal can reroll any card that is not a Gleaming Gem means that effects that draw or just give you cards in hand, no matter what those cards are more powerful than usual because those cards can be rerolled.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah, so... Also, you probably already figured this out, but you see where it says free entry over there with the exclamation point?
Yes.
Means that every day you have a chance at this event for free. So like that's also a good way to gather resources.
Right.
Even like if you really don't like the format and you just want to retire or concede, you basically go 0-5, but at least you'd get some gold or maybe a pack.
I think
and
that's...
if you just win.
Oh, if I just
win something, it gets even better.
Nice. I was going to say, I think that's what my second opponent, my 1 win until the last arena win, I don't know, man, they quit real fast. I didn't think I was that scary, but they were like, nope, I'm out. Like turn 3.
I think it was a shame concede, but I don't remember the game enough to know.
It was like turn 3. I don't know what they would have done wrong. I don't know, maybe it's drew terribly.
It happens most times that they might have drawn terribly. I think they played something incorrectly, but I'm not sure. I can't tell you how many times I've seen, especially with Forecast for some reason, there's this combo deck that's like very much Storm-like, but at some point you just play 2 legendaries, but they require you to play 12 cards in a turn. So you have to calculate exactly, and you do win if you do play those 12 cards, but you need to know exactly when to play them. I can't tell you how many times I've seen them go off and then reach the 11th card with 0 mana and just shame concede on the spot.
I would too. I get it. No, I would too. That makes sense.
Like, damn. I have a lot of respects for people who play that deck correctly.
Are there emotes in this game?
Yes, there are.
Okay, because
And it took me a long time to figure it out.
you
I
have
can see why you'd be stumped.
you have to tell me later, but I will say that's the best thing about conceding is if you can have a good emote. You emote something really funny and then you concede. That would be the way to do it. So yeah, thank you for showing me around the game and what I should be looking for. I definitely will wait for next month before I make any new cards, I think, at this point. But going into arenas probably the way to go, and I'll try this. I'll try it. The Fortune Cup.
I look forward to seeing it.
No,
It's gonna be very entertaining.
that's gonna be terrible.
Yeah, that's part of the entertainment. What do you
Oh
mean?
no, you're right. Well,
Make sure to read the cards.
right.
Very important.
Okay, but there's a timer. I'll do my best.
I know.
Well,
Read them in advance.
yeah,
Time to like turn 1 to read all the cards.
that's a good
Even though you
point.
don't need. Yeah,
That's a good point.
that's how Life Coach used to do it. I'm pretty sure.
No, that's smart.
Anyone even remembers that name?
I remember Life Coach. You're right. It's a bit of a.
You know-
It's a while back. That's a throwback.
Yeah.
Speaking of throwbacks,
See? Yeah.
I mean, I mentioned Crip, which for a lot of people, Criparian isn't that
Also
popular
be a
anymore.
throwback.
I mean, he's still around, still pumping out
haven't
content.
Followed him recently.
Well, he's doing PoE a lot. Well, he does a lot of random things. I've only watched him do PoE recently. Not a big fan of it. Anywho. Well, anyway, yeah, thanks again. And I think we'll wrap this one up here and then do the arena draft in the next video. So,
Alright.
yeah, you want to say goodbye?
Yeah, I'm not sure what specifically to say, so bye everyone.
All right. Well, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you'd like to see more, feel free to subscribe. Thanks for watching. And I'll see y'all next time.